What's going on, YouTube? My name is Tyler with the King with another video. And today we're talking about working for money and what I've noticed. And it takes a long time to come to grips with this. But I'm going to tell you, I guess a quick story. Again, this is all my personal advice. I'm not getting no financial advice. So this is all my personal stuff that I choose to do. I've been working my job for the last 19 years. This year will be 19 years. That's a long time to be one company. I was in the warehouse. I went to the corporate office and worked. And I'm still there, work remote from home. And I've seen a lot of turnover, people getting laid off, people getting fired. I've went through when businesses left our company, they had to lay off people. They gave retirement to people. They fired people on the last hired, first hired. They've been, I've been through a lot with one company. Been bought and sold for a different company, going through their strategy and stuff like that. So I've seen a lot. I seen in the warehouse, we was on a point system where if you call out one day as a point, if you leave early, it's like a half day. Leave a lunch, it's a half a point. And it pretty much, if you get 6 points, I mean, you 6 call-ins, you get fired, but you gain almost a full point if you work a month. So the guys who are good points or good attendance will have good points. And they'll use the points when they need to. Take a half, whatever, or a full day, call in. And the guys who couldn't make work on time, who had issues, had car trouble, or anything like that, or who was late consistently, they get fired. I met a lot of people with wives and kids, and they got laid off for the points. I say a lot to say this in this video is that after all this time work for one company, and as they're working in general, having another source of income is worth it. It's worth it to get my paycheck. And I make sure, and some people, they invest first, then pay bills. I can't do that. I got a wife and kids. So I make sure that the bills are paid, groceries in the house. I got other people that depend on me. So I can't just invest. I make sure that I pay my bills, then I pay off debt. No, we're paying off our home, paying the credit card, and then we invest into our brokerage, into our Roth and in savings. Then put money in the kids' accounts. So having all those things come on my check, I'm learning that you need another source of income. And it doesn't matter if you do yield max or low yield or high yield. Bottom line is this: you need another source of income. Dividend receive is $1,500, and I get paid tomorrow, and they're like $400, damn near. So I have $1,900, and snowball is usually off $100 or $80. So it's like almost $2,000 a month in the month of May, because we have an additional Friday. But if you look here, I've been showing this lately in my videos. The money I invested was $20,000, and I made $33,627 in dividends. So my profit is $14,000. Now a lot of people in my comments said that's a lie. It's not true. It's false, because there ain't no way that you're making this money only invested in with $34,000. But that's where I'm at. I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. I'm not changing anything. I refreshed this 5 minutes ago. So this is the latest thing that I have. But if you look at my passive income, annual dividend is $22,000. So it's like $1,800 a month. Because $1,000, 12 months is $12,000. So I make more than that. So make almost $2,000, $1,800 a month. And it's great because it's a source of income that I got a full-time job. I can't make $1,900 a month part-time. I mean, just think about it, work full-time with kids. There's no job. I think I need a full-time job, then I can do it. But who wants to work 2 full-time jobs? Who work a 9 to 5 and then or then work a 7 to 11 or whatever. No, even driving Lyft for Uber, how much you have to make per day? You have to make at least $500 a week. To make what I'm making passively, to make what I'm making, and then the $500 a month, a week, you're not factoring in gas. You're not factoring in your time because you got to get on around 7, 8 o'clock at night, drive until you make at least $80 a day. And that's burning gas. Gas is expensive now. So you make $1,000, $2,000, you got to track a couple $100 in gas. And that's wear and tear in your car that you can't get back. And that's driving in, recently we had 7 days of straight rain. It rained 7 days straight at nighttime all day. So you got driving rain in the dark at nighttime after work, wear and tear in your car and burning gas. So that's why when I get paychecks, I pay the bills. And the 2 things I've done was pay down debt, which is the credit card and our home, and buy dividend cash flowing assets in my brokerage account and my Roth account. And that was changed. Now that I am on house money, as of right now. I've been on house money. So there's no reason for me to sell. All I have to do is just cut my sweet dividends, buy more, because I want more dividends. All I got to do. But back to the first point of me working my job 19 years, thank God I got another source of income, because you never know what's going to happen with a job. You never know what's going to happen with a job. And I made videos thanking Yield Max for coming out. A lot of people don't like Yield Max. Yield Max is trash. The numbers don't lie. I see this number. I look at it every day. Look how far I came. I came from, and it started with the first $10, first $20, first $30, and kept investing, and I never sold. And I want to build. Once this house is paid off, I can now. I'm taking about $500 a month out to pay off the house. Once the house is paid off in full, I'm putting that $500 back into it, plus more. I want to make, $5,000 a month, $4,500, $5,000 a month. That's what I want to make going into the future. And I could do that by getting the dividends, reinvesting it all, put money into it. Then the mortgage is done, I could invest a whole lot more money. So, and then the possibility is endless. And there's so many different companies, and there's so many monthly and weekly funds where that's the beauty of dividend investing in a whole. Dividend investing has changed for the better because more companies are coming out. They're coming out with newer funds that are different, that pay different days, and you can literally get paid every day of the week. So this is a small story that I learned over 19 years in one company, that you need another source of income. And you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. And I started from zero. And look at me today with my total profit. That's what I invested versus what I've earned. Now the capital gain is negative 17,000, but that's fine. I made that in dividends. So, and I'm still getting paid. So I can stop investing altogether. I can not put a dime into my brokerage account, and it will still produce income. It might be less, it might be more, but it will still produce income. It will produce income each and every week. So you can't stop that. You can't stop it. People say, oh, look at the negative 17,000. I don't care about the 17,000. If I'm getting money every week, if I'm making almost $2,000 a month, who cares about the cattle appreciation? Do not care. And I'm on house money. I got back what I put in it. I'm on totally house money. And pretty soon, by the end of the year, I beat $40,000 in dividends received. I got money back twice. All I have to do is hold on to these ETFs, don't sell, and add on. So that's the end of my video. Get started investing. Thanks for watching.